You ever have one of those days where you should have just said, why? You have to ask the question of, why did I do that? You know, what the heck possessed me to do that? Well, what happens is, I made the last molds I made out of salvaged plexiglass or polycarbonate, and here's my mold that I made. I had poured it up and I clamped it up, and then I come to take it apart and it pretty much disintegrated. Chunks fell out here, chunks fell out there. It just so guess what? And then plus I didn't get any good boots out of the pour, because everything kind of cracked and broke and moved and whatever possessed me to. The other ones that I made for my spark plug boots, they held up fine. They worked fine. I got all my spark plug boots made. It's the distributor boots that I do not have made yet, so I got to make a new mold to make some distributor boots. And I'm going to make it the same as this, but this time I'm going to use I got some 3/8 plate aluminum. So I'm going to go over to the mill, square that up, and remake my mold. So I'm just going to go ahead and square this up, and when I get to start making cuts for this mold, I'll come back and kind of show you the process that I went through. Okay, I'm going to show you what I got so far. You know, I have the plates squared up. I put a 1/4 hole in the center of one and a 10/24 hole in the center of one, and then I put 2 3/16 dowels for aligning it up. Yeah, I'll show you here what I got. So right here I have just a 1/4 hole, and then 2 5/6 or 3/16 187. Actually, these are 188s to slide on the dowels. This is the top plate. It has the dowels pressed in. I have a 1/4 hole in it. So now, when I put them together, and plus I offset them so that they'll only go together one way and line up. Put it together. I've got a 10/24 screw in the center of it. I can take a wrench and then obviously and tighten that up. It'll eliminate my clamp. I won't have to have a clamp for it. I'll just have that. I'm debating on whether to go with a low head and then counterbore it. No, I don't need to do that, because I was thinking that if I could get this below the surface, I'm going to have it in the vise doing that, but that's okay. The vise will clamp it. I don't need that screw in there. But anyway, now to get it apart, since I have a 10/24 over here and a 1/4 over here, I just take the 1/4 screw and turn that in there, and it'll just push it apart. Got to kind of rock it back and forth a little bit, but it'll actually open it up for me. No more taking a screwdriver and dinking around with it. Yep. Ta-da! So now I need to transfer the mold cavities to this the same as what I had on originally, because I liked the pattern that I had. Matter of fact, I have 3 of them that actually turned out. I have 3 of them over here that actually turned out, and they actually turned out pretty good until I tried to do a full set, and then you know, it went to heck on me. Yeah, just got to ask yourself, why would you take material that you don't even know what it is and try to use that? I got away with it on the spark plugs, but I didn't get away with it on the, I thought, well, it's already nice and parallel, and all I got to do is square it up around, and I could have just went and got some plate stock aluminum instead, but no. Well, it's one of those deals. You just, you question yourself, why did you do that afterwards? So what I'm going to do is, since I liked this before it broke, I do have a good corner here yet. I'm going to use that to set up on, because it's set the right distance back from this edge over. But on this die now, instead of putting, I'm going to go here, 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 and here, instead of going here, here, because what I did on this die, I went there and then flipped it this way and went there. And on the new one, I'm just going to go right around in this, like that. But I'm not going to be able to do that tonight. I'll have to do that tomorrow night. It is supper time now, so I'm going to go and have supper, and I don't think I'm going to make it out after supper, but I've got to start on it, and I'll probably finish it tomorrow, and we will give it a try then. Thanks for watching. Okay, I decided to put together the first spark plug wire before I went in for supper, so I'm going to give you a little shot of it. This is what it's going to look like. I made the little pin here. It's a brass pin, and I soldered it onto the end of the wire after I had pulled the boot over it, and it'll reach down to the bottom of the and make contact with in the distributor. So I just take and pull that boot back in place like that. Take the distributor cap. I got the clear one you can kind of see in there, and you just push that in place. I think that's going to work. It's going to work like 10 of them, as they say, as we say. Anyway, so let me get over here where the light's a little bit better. You can kind of see. So, I think it's going to work, but I need to get the rest of my boots made. So when I get that done, then I'll start putting wires together. But I got to make that other mole. I'm going to do that tomorrow after work. Not going to get to it tonight. So that's where I'm sitting. So thanks for watching. Catch you later.